This is part one of 2 videos. This is going to be for the whole spine replacement. If you already know how to get your spine down to its spine form, you know, by removing all these parts, you can go on to that one. A couple tools you'll need: Phillips screwdriver, a 7/16 wrench, a 5/32 Allen, and a Sharpie. Sharpie's going to be kind of important here. I'll show you. I'll zoom in on everything, but mind you, have to do this within a frame, so it's going to be kind of difficult. First things first, I'm not going to strip this whole thing down for maintenance, but I will be doing maintenance when I do put it back together. First things first, take off your chains. I like to do one side, and more than likely I'll do some jump cuts here too, just to let you guys know, because to undo each one of these is a pain in the butt, and it takes forever. Actually, before we get too far, this is what the Sharpie's for. If you come in here, I will move this around a little bit, but I like to mark my chains exactly dead center. I put a black dot on each area right here, and I will get a better photo of that here in a second. But I like to mark right where those go back on. It makes it 10 times easier when you are putting it back together. And I'll do a photo of that here. Just because that is the center line of the chains, and it makes it so much easier to get it back on. So again, we get those nuts off, just set them aside. I like to just do one side because you can pretty much pull the whole drive apart at that point for what you need to do. Sometimes you will need a pair of pliers or something to keep these chains from trying to rotate on you, depending on how many times you've ever taken your drive apart. I'm putting a lot of pressure on this one with my thumb to keep it from spinning. I have a pair of flat needle nose pliers that work really well. You can come in and clamp on this flat section. So again, it's usually just to break them loose. Granted, that'd be a brand new drive. It's really hard sometimes, but if you've ever maintenance your drive, these nuts will come on and off. I'd recommend going out and finding some of these nuts at an Ace or something and replacing them. Just because once the nylon nuts, the nylon lock washer, people have said that they will start to walk. Never really had that issue, but for the price and peace of mind, you can definitely do that. A ratchet wrench, if you had a ratchet wrench right now, probably be way better than this stupid thing, but anyways, we'll get to the point of it. Alright, those are popped. Pull that. When you start to pull this apart, you reach in behind, put your fingers behind, and you will pull out all of your needle bearings. I'm going to set that aside. Same thing. these both come off. This side will actually slide away. All my needle bearings want to come out with it. So again, you can get your fingers, get your fingers in behind there, just like that, and you can slide these all out so they stay in there. And again, because I'm just trying to get this down to bare nakedness of it right now, is just to pop those out. Leave all your cables. You can leave all your cables on one side. You can clean this whole thing up. Those needle bearings are in there. They're flopping around right now. But it gets me to my point of just getting it apart. All right, from here, we can do some cleanup here later. Grab your 5/32 Allen wrench, and we're going to pop these off. These are sometimes can be a pain. Getting them in and out. It all depends. Every once in a while they'll come out with quite ease. So this one's actually backing out. On this side, I'm going to use this as a punch, pretty much. Push it on out, pull those down. Again, just set those aside, you don't need them. Those are for later. Same thing on this side. A good time to talk about it right now is that this is a mod 2 on here. This was my other test drive, my backup drive that I put a mod 2 on this one, and we'll get to that here after a bit. But again, it's part 1 of 2 just to get you down to what you need to start working on. So, all right, drive is stripped down to what you need to start this. We're down to exactly with this. Now I'm going to take off the idler gear. This helps mounting in a vise. I would highly recommend it. Again, 2 minutes or 2 seconds to take that off. And I forgot to tell you what you'll need for that, but well, let's find out right now. I think it's this one. What size is that? That is 1/8. 1/8. And you don't have to pull this the whole way out. I always do. It's just to manage it. And come in from the top side. Use something to push it. Whole thing comes out. All the bearings are in there too. But yeah, other than that, that concludes pretty much video 1 of how to get your drive down to at least the point. I guess you don't need a screwdriver at all, because that will be in section 2 here of our video. But at least it's down to the point that we need to start working on it to replace the whole bottom spine. So.